Welcome to the show, everyone. It's the Dr. Fantastic and Thunder podcast version, and we have a special guest in Jeremy. Thunder, please introduce the audience to Jeremy.
Jeremy is a Facebook friend who is into the quantum sciences. So I thought, hey, let's keep the flow going with that format. And he's all about being positive and fantastic.
Great.
So, Jeremy.
Hello, nice to be here.
Jeremy, say hi to Dr. Fantastic.
Hi, Dr. Fantastic, nice to be here.
How are you, Jeremy?
Tell him a little bit about yourself.
So, I am a consultant. I work with high-performing, heart-centered entrepreneurs to help them master momentum and increase profits. And then beneath that, I have a work. It's called Imagination Technology. It's quantum science, like you said, and it's really about helping people, empowering people, and really empowering the imagination of the planet to be their best self and get out of their own way, so we can have a better civilization.
Well, you're the perfect guest for us, Jeremy, and thank you for calling in. As you might know, our podcast is all about bringing information and technologies to help improve your mind, your body, and the planet. And it sounds to me like you're doing all three of those.
Well, exactly. That sounds totally resonant, totally aligned. There's definitely a good reason why I was attracted to this, that's for sure.
Our podcast just before this was with a gentleman named Eli Wild, who is the number one selling salesperson for Tony Robbins.
Oh, wow.
So that was and that was just a happenstance. It happened. It was a short one, but it was kind of cool. Now, I have a question for both of you. He disagreed with one of my theorems, which is an age-old theorem that I didn't invent, but a French philosopher came up with it, and its name is René Descartes. And René said, "I think, therefore I am." And that's been like my mantra, because I really totally believe is what you put in your head is what you're going to manifest. And he said that people are laughing at that, including Oprah, that it's not true. What are you guys' feelings on that?
Jeremy?
Oh, yeah, you want to go first? Yeah, so that, let me see. I would say that it is kind of, I see the truth in it, but I don't think it's the highest truth. If I'm really going to be sensitive to, what I feel that those words mean. I think I am, period, is the natural state of the universe, of source. Like that I am is I exist. And so I don't think you need to think to be I am. I don't think you need to think to exist. I think existence exists.
Yeah, I was told
that is the natural state. So,
yeah, I was told I am are the two most powerful words in the English language.
Yes. So I don't think you need to think in order to exist. I think you exist by the mere fact that you exist.
Because in my opinion, to say I am, you have to think that first before you can even say it. So I'm a little confused. He stumped me when he said that, because it is obviously a very old saying. But we all have our own opinions. I think I'm successful. Some people may say they think I'm not, but I really don't care what other people think. I know me, and I know what I'm doing. I know I'm a good person, and you don't judge success by money or things like that. You judge success by your what's in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Satisfaction, fulfillment, happiness, all those good buzzwords.
Right. So I just like to throw that out there. We are.
My take as far as thinking. We spend 18 years or plus of our lives learning. They teach us how to learn. And then we get out in the real world and we start to think about what it is we just learned. Then you have that creative moment, and that's when I think everyone should get their diploma. I really love creativity moments, so I just kind of lead to staying there. Not a lot I want to learn or think about anymore.
Well, I always felt one of my best jobs in the future is being a think tank, and I think Thunder, you and I might just develop a think tank where we get, and this might be this actually show might turn into a think tank because the interviews we had with Doug a couple weeks ago were three of us putting our thoughts together and creating and working as a team to make the world a better place. So my dream of working in a think tank might just be coming true here.
There you go. That's a given. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think of it as a think tank. I think of it like a think battleship or something larger than a tank. A warship. For sure.
So tell us, Jeremy, tell us about your website. If you have a website, Facebook, how people can contact you. Tell us more about your mission there.
Yeah, so my website is jeremylasman.com, JEREMYLASMAN. They can contact me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lasman, LASMAN. And my mission, I think, is to help expand and raise consciousness. And more specifically, I think what I'm really passionate about, well, first off, I'm really passionate about passion, but I am passionate about mental health. I think, when we talk about raising and expanding consciousness, we are talking about helping people perform better and helping people with the mental faculties that are holding them in resistance to their more fulfilled, more satisfied, more happy version of themselves. And so I'm really dedicated to, sharing that message and being an example of what the new paradigm of mental health and of mental health is.
Right.
Very good. If you were to explain the phenomenon of consciousness and quantum mechanics, how would you tie the two together, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think that is definitely something that we talked about before, about where I think we're going as a civilization is we were raised to keep all of our subjects separate. So I kind of call them silos of information. So we went to science class to learn science. Then we went to English class to learn English. And the way that was structured, it was keep knowledge separate in your head. And what I think I do with my work on imagination technology is bridge science and spirituality using the bridge of philosophy. And the way that I get people into that quantum mindset is to illustrate people the theories that really are the underpinning of how to unshackle yourself from the mind and from your conditioning, from your patterns, from all of the generational trauma that kind of got passed down onto you that was based off of the old programming of the species. So what I think quantum represents when we talk about it in a personal development sense and the application of quantum mechanics into self-betterment, self-empowerment is upgrading the software from survival of the fittest into the abundance, into the passion age, into collaboration, and into where things aren't necessarily in scarcity anymore or in conflict. And that is in a sense the transition from duality into oneness, or from binary into quantum.
Well put. Yeah, I concur with that. We are moving into a broader understanding of so many things. So it's it's a different game here than where we're 15 years ago talking about this when it was super spooky. Today, it's now integrated friendly.
Well,
Yeah.
we're evolving, and we're only still using a small percentage of our brain capacity. So, I can only imagine what's going to happen in the next 50 to 100 years in society. And, of course, if we don't pollute ourselves to death,
Unimaginable from our present point of time and space.
It's just such a, what's the word where the increase is exponential, I guess. It was
Exactly.
a slow curve, and now it's almost like a rocket ship going straight up,
Yeah. And the other thing that comes up to answer that question is when we talk about quantum computing, the way that we really apply this into our personal development is you gotta look at like logic, which is a lot of if-then statements, right? And it tends to create a lot of black and white, either or kind of thing in the way that we approach our life, our feelings, and as we're evolving, as we're becoming less and less self-conscious and more self-aware, the quantum is, it's no longer just 1 or 0. It's either 1, 0, both 1 or 0, or right in the middle. Like that in a sense is quantum. It's more possibilities, and from that is our freedom.
That's interesting. Provocative.
Well, and we do have free will, so I see where you've tied those together very well.
Exactly. That's because when people don't understand the choice that they have, and they're locked in the old logic of self-conscious survival of the fittest, which is like the safety and security of it's this or this, and by having that, I don't have to immerse myself in the unknown mystery, and that's unsafe, right? From that old perspective. And so when you understand the broader choices and possibilities, that's your key, that's your access to free will and freedom.
How do you spread the word? Or do you have personal consultations, or do you have your own podcast or a website or Facebook? How are you spreading the knowledge and this information?
Yeah, I do intense one-on-one work with people. I have a Facebook page where I do Facebook Lives. I write posts, and then I also do a weekly show with one of Gary's friends, Aaron Riggs, called Empower the Imagination. It's live at 6 p.m. every Thursday, and you can just go to facebook.com/Empower the Imagination or Empower Imagination. And watch our show.
So I think what we're going to do, Thunder, I hope you agree with this, is we're going to be almost like a clearinghouse, and we're going to link your information and your services to our site, because I think we're going to get into the stratosphere, and we're getting so many great guests with so many great technologies and so much great information and advice that I think we need to almost be like an affiliate program where you want to learn about this, and you've listened to Jeremy. Here is his information, and connect.
Yeah.
What do you think, Thunder?
Yeah, I definitely love that. I'm more than willing to give 10% cut. I think is like the affiliate norm out there these days for the clients that get referred, for sure.
Because I just mentioned that with Eli, and obviously. If we could send business his way and send business your way and open up people's minds to this, so be it. I mean, we're going to be Thunder, I think we're going to be a clearinghouse. What do you think?
Let's get fulfillment fired up, shall we?
Yeah.
Because, I certainly didn't start the Be Fantastic movement to make money, but like Eli said, that once you are on a movement, you do need to survive. You do need to be able to support the movement, and sometimes if it's selling coffee mugs or if it's selling, an affiliate program, so be it. I'm not dumb. We all have to pay our bills, but the knowledge that we're introducing and the technologies are just mind-boggling. I mean, every day I'm learning something new because we're having people like you on the show, and I don't know if I could retain all this stuff myself.
It's never intimidating though. With new breakthroughs in science comes new comforts in everyday life. So it's always striving to make but when we look at and take shortcuts where even though it is it's a burden on the planet and a shortcut for society, then you have to take a step back and say, wait a minute here, one of these equations are out of balance and we can't keep the planet going if it's not in balance. So we need to make adjustments.
Yeah. We had a gentleman on last week, Augie Nost. I don't know. I encourage you to go listen to his our podcast with Augie. And Augie is a brilliant mind. And he introduced us or told us about these two gentlemen that won the Nobel Peace Prize for discovering the secret to aging, and how we weren't really designed to age, and we can actually stop our aging process by doing the right things to our body and our mind. It's actually have to do with the mind. You know, you have to have a mindset that you're not going to die. And with the what was it called?
Telomeres.
The telomeres, yeah. How we can stop the telomeres from unraveling in our body by putting certain elements in our body. And it's just fascinating what we're coming out with on our podcast here. And I'm so happy that Thunder and I, we've known each other for years. And, everything's supposed to happen as it happens, when it happens. And I think Thunder and I are making a great team to open up these podcasts to amazing information and technologies. I'm thrilled to be doing this.
Yeah, for sure. I had a thought on the aging healing if you were interested.
Sure.
Yeah, so I look at my work on imagination technology as kind of standing on the shoulders of Albert Einstein. And when we talk about aging, I think the major breakthroughs that are going to happen with that field, it comes from understanding and mastering time relativity. Because when you get down deep on the quantum level, to really understand time relativity from a free will perspective, you can see where the mechanism of choice is for how long you want to live. And I think the more that the research is done on that level of the imagination and the technology there, the more that we'll discover the breakthroughs that are gonna revolutionize aging.
Okay.
That's quite profound statement there. I like to tell people I got another 240 years left to go. There you go.
Well, one of the things.
Not sure where the backup's coming from.
Is some of this information isn't for the masses, because obviously if everyone knew that you could live to be 200, it would disrupt the economy, especially because you're probably not working the whole 200 years, and I don't think Social Security would be able to, or pension funds would be able to handle that only working 60 and living to be 160, or 260.
Yeah.
So
a lot of those structures are going to die.
And, the government doesn't want us to know about a bunch of these things. So, we're not going to be I don't expect that our podcast and our information disbursement is going to be for everybody. But I already know that we're helping the world. We're helping a lot of people, being fantastic. We're helping people with quantum, the EMF reducer on their phone that join the movement. And, reducing pollution with quantum mechanics. It's just... I couldn't be happier with what we're doing.
I love it.
I think I was in Texas when I sent Jeremy a anti-smog text, wasn't I?
Yeah.
That blew your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Yeah,
for the audience that hasn't heard yet about Thunder's pollution control. How did you hear about it, and how did it work?
I think, let Thunder answer that, because he'll be better at it.
No. I want you to answer it. No, Jeremy. I want you. You're the one who was recipient of it. I want to hear your opinion of it.
Yeah, so he's up to some amazing things on embedding and coding. I don't know what word he uses. Quantum mechanics frequencies into holographic images. And so the way that I understand how it works, and I'm still kind of understanding it myself, is I was driving with my girlfriend, and she has it was a Honda Accord at the time, and he sent this image over text, and it was like a cool looking holographic image, and he told me to put it in a certain spot on the car while it was running, and it's the way I see. I'm still understanding how it all works. It's a crazy technology, but it emits a frequency based off of what is encoded in that image that changes the dynamics of the car. And then then when we stopped, he told me to smell the exhaust, and it the smell decreased dramatically, if I remember correctly. How did I do there, Thunder?
Oh yeah, and I mean the car just ran better, and the smell was gone. I mean that was the mind blowing and melting experience that you had, the first time with quantum mechanics. And so you're well on your way of understanding that it's a wisdom now.
Yeah, actually, Jeremy, I wasn't looking for the description. I was looking for the result, which you finally said at the end.
Oh.
It reduced the pollution in your car.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And now it's the wisdom that you carry. This is something that you don't you'll never forget this. I mean, it's something you just don't forget. And now when you tell others about it, it becomes wisdom. So it's really not technology anymore, is it? For you?
No, not really. It goes down to that.
Yeah, it's now a wisdom, for you.
And
so
Thunder sent a hologram to my sister the other day because she's losing her hair, and this is going to help her hair loss reduction, which is kind of exciting.
Wonderful.
She's been trying everything. Women, I don't think, like to lose their hair. Not like I lost my hair. I don't care. I don't give a darn. Well, guys, this was an impromptu interview with Jeremy. I pulled over to take the call. I hope you don't mind the cars going by because I'm just on the road in Santa Monica. But again, we just recorded a 23-minute impromptu podcast with Jeremy. Let's do another one with you. Jeremy, we'll send you the link. It's on befantastictoday.com. We also have a great website that links all the great companies that we're dealing with. Halidium, Numerology, at befantastictoday.com. We've got a lot of great motivational slogans on the site. We've got an Instagram going with that. And we're encouraging everyone to be fantastic, spread the knowledge, share our shows. And Jeremy, thank you for participating.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I always love discussing this kind of stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for listening in, and see you next time.